call this meeting to order. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Becky, will you please do roll call?
Mayor Clark,
Here.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Here.
Councilmember Crone,
Here.
Councilmember Grove,
Here.
Councilmember Pierce,
Here.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Here.
Agenda item D is open forum. Open forum is for members of the public to address the council on any subject over which the council has the authority to act, or on any item on the agenda other than a public hearing. If anyone here tonight, either in the council chambers or on Zoom, wishes to address the council at this time, please approach the podium or raise your hand. If participating via Zoom, you can click on the raise hand icon located under, I can't talk, under the reactions controls.
There are no hands raised in Zoom.
Okay. All right, open forum is closed. Agenda item E is agenda approval. Can I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Please vote.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes. Agenda item G1 is a public hearing on plan specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost for Alice's Road Improvements Phase 1A project. And now declare this public hearing open. Becky, have we received any written correspondence?
No, none received in the city clerk's office.
Thank you. Director Kester?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good evening, council members. The public hearing you have, there's an exhibit up on the screen. The public hearing is for the reconstruction of Alice's Road from Northeast Horizon Drive to just south of Northeast Dalewood Drive. This includes reconstructing Alice's Road from a 2-lane rural section to a 4-lane boulevard. Includes all the necessary pavement, subgrade preparation and treatment, trail, sidewalk paving. There's a joint utility trench, storm sewer construction, there's water main construction, and then applicable pavement markings as well. This is a joint project between the cities of Clive and Waukee. Clive is the lead agency for this project. We have a total project cost estimate of $6 million. Of this, about 50% would be Waukee's responsibility for this project. We do have it in our draft CIP with a $3 million budget. We do have a various schedule, has a couple intermediate completion dates there for tree felling this spring, as well as opening here later this year. Ultimately, we have in October, end of October, completion date for opening to traffic. Likely some of that work spills into the spring of 2026 for restoration and turf establishment. Happy to take any questions for Mayor and Council if you have any, but staff recommends holding the public hearing.
Thank you. Does anyone here tonight, either in the council chambers or on Zoom, wish to address the council and voice their comments or questions on this particular public hearing item? If so, please approach the podium or raise your hand, or if participating via Zoom, click on the raise hand icon located in the reactions controls.
There are no hands raised in Zoom.
Does council have any questions at this time? Okay, and now declare this public hearing closed. Agenda item H1. H1A, consideration of approval of a resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost for the Alice's Road Improvement Phase 1A project. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Okay. Rudy?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The plan specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost have been on file with the city clerk for review upon request. Happy to take any questions if you have any, but staff recommends approving the resolution.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce.
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Item H1B, consideration of approval of a resolution concurring with awarding contract. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second. Director Kester?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Up on the screen is a bid tab summary. You can see up there on February 4th of this year, we had 11 general contractors submitting bids for this project. As I mentioned earlier on, Clive was the lead agency. They received and opened those bids. We had a total engineer's estimate of $5.8 million. And our low bidder was Concrete Technologies of Grimes, Iowa, with a bid of $4,294,120.31, approximately 27% under our engineer's estimate. As I mentioned, we do have this project in the draft CIP with a $3 million budget. We fully anticipate with these bids and that apparent low bid being under that budget. The city of Clive has recommended award to this project already at their past council meeting. So this is a concurrence of that award for the contract to Concrete Technologies of Grimes, Iowa. And that's about it. So at this point, staff happy to take any questions if you have any. But we do recommend approving the resolution, which is concurring with the city of Clive's award of the project to Concrete Technologies in the dollar amount of $4,294,120.31. Happy to take those questions if you have any.
Thank you. Any questions?
I have one.
Yeah.
That's not a name I'm familiar with off the top of my head. Is that somebody we worked with before?
Concrete Technologies, short for CTI.
Oh, never mind.
Yes, they did Ute and Ashworth recently for
Okay.
us as well as other projects. So
Perfect.
certainly a capable and of doing this work.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Councilmember Crone.
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg.
Yes.
Councilmember Grove.
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce.
Item I1, consent agenda part 1. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second. Any discussion? Please vote.
Councilmember Pierce.
Yes.
Councilmember Crone.
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg.
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Councilmember Grove.
Yes.
Agenda item I2, consent agenda part 2. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion?
I will be abstaining due to a professional conflict.
Thank you. Please vote.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Councilmember Grove.
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce.
Yes.
Councilmember Crone.
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg.
Abstain.
Item I3, consideration of approval of an ordinance to amend Chapter 27 Sugar Creek Municipal Golf Course by amending Section 27.05 concession area to revise concessions offered and restrict certain outside activities. This is an introduction and a first reading.
Introduce the ordinance, move to approve the first reading and title only.
Second.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. As we go through a couple of our ordinances here, we found a few discrepancies in kind of operations on what we're doing. And to clarify a few issues that we've been having. The primary changes, there's really only one, and that's to include our previous version of our ordinance stated that alcoholic beverages cannot be brought onto the golf course. This one calls out onto the golf course premises, including the parking lot. We have had some issues the last couple of years with some people camping out in the parking lot and having their own alcohol. But to be consistent with our dram shop also includes the parking lot. So this clarifies that. And then there was just some offerings of what we offer. Otherwise, they're very minor changes. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Any questions?
We're pre-gaming, huh?
That's what was going
Oh, it
on.
was you.
It was not.
All right, please vote.
Councilmember Crone.
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg.
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce.
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Councilmember Grove.
Yes.
Item I4, consideration of approval of an ordinance to amend Chapter 28 Triumph Park by repealing the current chapter in its entirety and enacting in lieu thereof Chapter 28 Triumph Park, establishing rules and regulations governing the use of Triumph Park in Waukee. This is the second, third, and final reading.
Introduce the ordinance, move to approve the first reading of the ordinance in title only, waive the second and third reading and place it on final passage.
I think we need that edited.
Is that the wrong?
Correct. We've had the introduction, first reading. This
First
is
reading,
second and
last
third.
How about this one? I move to approve the second reading of the ordinance, waive the third reading and place it on final passage.
Excellent.
Second.
Let's do that one.
Or let Chris do it.
I have nothing further to add from last time. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, Please vote.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg.
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Agenda item I-5 for Kettlestone Lakes Plat 1. I-5A, consideration of approval of a resolution approving preliminary plat. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Melissa?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. And I'll go ahead and present on 5A and B at the same time. The owner is Kettlestone Lakes LLC. The applicant is Landmark Companies, Inc. The property is located south of Ashworth Road and west of Grand Prairie Parkway. It contains just over 14 acres in area. It is zoned K-RR Kettlestone Retail Regional District. The preliminary plat identifies a total of 6 lots for commercial development. The lots range in size from 1.15 acres to just under 2 acres in area. Stormwater detention will be provided within a pond located to the southwest of the proposed plat. Street trees will be provided along the public streets. The public improvements will include extensions of Southeast Kettlestone Boulevard and Southeast Parkview Crossing Drive. A roundabout will be provided for the intersection of the 2 streets. 10-foot wide trails will be constructed along one side of each of the public streets, and then 5-foot wide sidewalks will be provided at the time of individual lot development on the other sides of the streets. Public utilities will be extended throughout the plat. I have some other images in here, so you can see this is oriented the wrong way with north going to the right, which is kind of annoying, but Southeast Parkview Crossing Drive is going south, north-south, and then Southeast Kettlestone Boulevard goes east-west, and then it comes to a roundabout at the intersection. I have nothing further to add. Staff recommends approval of both the preliminary plat and the construction drawings, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair.
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes. Item I-5B, consideration of approval of a resolution approving construction drawings. Can I get a motion?
move to approve.
Melissa?
I have nothing further to add.
Any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Item I-6 for Kettlestone Lakes Commercial, Kettlestone Lakes Commercial Plat 1. I-6A, consideration of approval of a resolution approving preliminary plat. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Melissa?
This one is located within the same area, just to the southeast of where we were just looking. The owner is Kettlestone Lakes LLC, and the applicant is Accurate Land Development. The property is located north of Interstate 80, west of Grand Prairie Parkway. It contains 6.69 acres. Again, the property is zoned K-RR Kettlestone Retail Regional District. The project includes the construction of a single-story multi-tenant commercial building, which includes 15 tenant spaces. The building is proposed to be just over 29,000 square feet in area and 28 feet in height. Patios are proposed at both the northeast and southeast corners of the building. Tenants are unknown at this time, but the applicant is proposing a mix of retail and restaurant uses. A trash enclosure will be provided at the west side of the site. Site plan does show potential for future parking lot expansion in the future, which includes 31 additional parking spaces. The preliminary plat includes 2 lots and shows the new public street and utility extensions. Let me go in here a little bit further. So there's the preliminary plat. And then the final plat includes 1 lot to be platted for the commercial building site and the street lot for the new public street. Multiple accesses will be provided into the commercial site. 1 will be provided off of Southeast Kettlestone Boulevard at the north, and then 2 accesses will be provided into the site from the new street at the south. The new street will be a right-in, right-out at Grand Prairie Parkway. Ingress, egress easements will be provided for access across the development. I have a better picture too of the site in here. There's a more close-up of the site plan. Parking and landscaping requirements are being met. A 10-foot wide trail exists along Grand Prairie Parkway at the east side of the site. A 10-foot wide trail will be constructed along Southeast Kettlestone Boulevard at the north, and then a 5-foot wide sidewalk will be constructed along the new public street at the south side of the site. Public utilities are provided. The sanitary sewer extension from the south through the property will be privately owned and maintained. Stormwater detention will be provided with that same pond that's located within the Kettlestone Lakes development just to the west, the project that we just looked at. The elevations of the building, let me go to that. It will look like this. The materials are brick, stucco, and storefront system. And then the trash enclosure will be constructed of the same brick to match the building. Staff recommends approval of the preliminary plat, construction drawings, and final plat and site plan, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Item I6B, consideration of approval of a resolution approving construction drawings. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second?
Melissa,
I have nothing further to add, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Item I6C, consideration of approval of a resolution approving final plat. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
second.
Any discussion? Or Melissa, do you have anything further
I
to
have
add?
nothing further to add.
Any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Item I6D, consideration of approval of a resolution approving site plan at 3150 Grand Prairie Parkway. Can I get a motion?
Approve?
Second.
I have
Melissa?
nothing further to add.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, please vote.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Item I7, related to Painted Wood Spectrum. I7A, consideration of approval of a resolution approving preliminary plat. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
Melissa?
Okay, and I'll go ahead and present these together as well. The owner is Painted Woods Development LC. The property is located north of Interstate 80 and west of 6th Street, contains 4.8 acres. The property is zoned C-1A Neighborhood Commercial District. The preliminary plat identifies one lot and one outlot for future commercial development. Lot 1 is at the north, it's 2.51 acres in area, and then outlot Z is the lot at the south, it's 2.29 acres in area. Stormwater detention is shown within a pond located to the west of the proposed plat. A traffic impact study was conducted as part of this project and as part of the improvements associated with this plat. The applicant is required to make improvements to 6th Street. The public improvements include adding a northbound left turn lane and a median, and then also a southbound deceleration right turn lane. And I can zoom in just a little bit so you can see what that would look like. Public utilities will be provided to the property. The stormwater management areas will be owned and maintained by the developer. A landscape buffer easement will be provided on the east side of Lot 1, that's a lot at the north, to provide a buffer for the residential development that's located across the street. Staff recommends approval of the preliminary plat and construction drawings, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? All right. Please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Item I7B, consideration of approval of a resolution approving construction drawings. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve?
Second.
Melissa?
I have nothing further to add.
Any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Item I8 for Edgeland Waukee Plat 1, I8A, consideration of approval of a resolution approving preliminary plat. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
Melissa?
Okay, I'll do the same. I'll present 8A, B, and C together. The owner is Indie Run West LLC. The applicant is Erickson Balmer Construction. The property is located north of Hickman Road and east of Northwest 2nd Street. It contains just over 4 acres in area. The property is zoned R4, Road Dwelling and Townhome Dwelling District. The project includes a total of 6 townhome buildings with a total of 24 townhome units. Each unit is on its own lot for a total of 24 lots. Each building includes 4 units, and all units have 4 bedrooms and are just under 1,600 square feet in area. Each unit is 2 stories and includes a 2-car attached garage. The site will also include a fenced-in pickleball court, which is located central to the site. The final plat shows the 24 lots and then also Outlot X for all the common areas, which include the pickleball court and private street. Outlot X will be privately owned and maintained. One access will be provided into the site off of Northwest 2nd Street. Parking and landscaping requirements are being met. An existing 5-foot wide sidewalk runs adjacent to the site along Northwest 2nd Street. Pedestrian connections will be provided into the site from that sidewalk. Private sidewalks are also provided interior to the development. The utilities within the site will be privately owned and maintained. Stormwater detention is provided with a basin located at the north side of the site. Parkland dedication will be provided with a fee in lieu of land dedication. And then the elevations of the building, go to that. So these are what the units will look like. The materials are vinyl lap siding, vinyl board and batten siding, stone veneer, and asphalt shingles in different color variations. That is it. Staff recommends approval of the preliminary plat site plan and the final plat, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Okay, please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Agenda item I8B, consideration of approval of a resolution approving final plat.
Move to approve.
Second.
Melissa,
I have nothing further to add. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Item I8C, consideration of approval of a resolution approving site plan. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
I have nothing further to add.
Thank you. Any questions? Please vote.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes. All right. Agenda item J, reports. Nick,
No report.
Steve,
No report.
Chris, no report. Anna.
No report.
That's the best part about him replacing Brad is no report. No report.
No report. No report.
I just wanted to reiterate, information went out this week related to the March 4th special election. So if you have not received that in your inboxes, please pay attention or share information as you can on social media, et cetera. All right. Agenda item K, closed session pursuant to Code of Iowa 21.51J to discuss the purchase of sale of particular real estate only where premature disclosure could be reasonably expected to increase the price the governmental body would have to pay for that property or reduce the price the governmental body would receive for that property. Can I get a motion and a second to end the regular session and go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, please vote.
Councilmember Sinclair,
Yes.
Councilmember Grove,
Yes.
Councilmember Crone,
Yes.
Councilmember Battenberg,
Yes.
Councilmember Pierce,
Yes. All right, the Zoom meeting will be muted while the council is in closed session. Following the closed session, the Zoom meeting will be unmuted, so the meeting can be adjourned in open session.
Walkie-talkie specifically.
You'll understand quickly.
Here's some numbers.
No question.
Move to adjourn?
I'm sorry.
All in favor?
Yeah. Aye. Didn't.
Did everybody vote?
Still like three.
Yeah.
Kristen?
Okay. Yes, she did. All right.
For the record, Charlie, you're